John Williams purchased the 2,500 acres of land in the year 1875. It was said that Williams suffered from asthma and had originally traveled south for better health. Williams soon granted a portion of his land to a Russian nobleman named Peter Demens in exchange for the induction of the Orange Belt Railway to the area. An understanding was made between the gentlemen that Demens would choose a name for the land, which he termed St. Petersburg, after his birthplace in Russia. The Orange Belt Railway made its debut out of St. Petersburg in the year 1888. At that time, the population consisted of a mere 30 people. St. Petersburg was incorporated as a city in June of the year 1903, but continued to experience slow growth until it peaked during the 1920s. During the 1920s, the Gandy Bridge opened and tourism boomed by way of auto, train, and boat. Like many thriving cities at the time, the growth that was witnessed by St. Petersburg was soon met with an economical setback caused by the Great Depression. The economical hindrance was short lived, and a recovery was evident to the city by the 1930s following the initiation of public grants and improvements aimed to further develop the area. During the 1940s, the city experienced remarkable growth when the city was utilized by the military as a training base for World War II troops. More than 100,000 military personnel occupied the city during the war, and many relocated to the area with their families post war. During the 1950s, the introduction of air conditioning contributed to the continued growth in both residential and commercial aspects. The 1950s also marked the period in which streetcars were replaced with automobiles. Expansions of the community continued with commercial, educational, and healthcare developments through the 1960s. During the 1970s, reclaimed water, which utilizes wastewater for irrigation purposes, was introduced to St. Petersburg and continues to contribute to the city's strategies to conserve water resources. The city of St. Petersburg continues to thrive each year. There are 110 neighborhoods incorporated within St. Petersburg, Florida. St. Petersburg, commonly referred to as the Sunshine City, located on the Gulf Coast of St. Petersburg, is a popular tourist destination with many recreational opportunities, including golfing, boating, fishing, and various beautiful beaches. To fulfill the educational needs of a growing community, St. Petersburg is home to 93 schools that service students from pre-K through high school. There are 59 public schools that have 33,026 enrolled students and 2,180 full-time teachers. St. Petersburg also incorporates 34 private schools, although they have much lower enrollment rates, with 8,452 students and 666 full-time teachers. There are 20 preschools, 33 elementary schools, 10 middle schools, and 14 high schools, with a total of 41,478 enrolled students and 2,846 full-time teachers. Pinellas Park has a total of 19 schools with 5,586 enrolled students. Clearwater has a total of 55 schools with 21,263 enrolled students. Almost 40% of students enrolled in St. Petersburg public schools are enrolled in free lunch programs, compared to the 25% of students in Seminole public schools. 60% of Pinellas Park students benefit from such programs. There are 6 colleges in St. Petersburg, Florida that have a total enrollment of nearly 6,000 students. These colleges include Kaiser University, Eckerd College, Galen College of Nursing, St. Petersburg College, the University of South Florida with the St. Petersburg campus, and the St. Petersburg School of Theology. St. Petersburg also offers a number of technical schools, including Lorraine's Academy and the Pinellas Technical Education Center. The St. Petersburg area is rich in art and culture and offers many entertainment opportunities that are characteristic to the city. Home to St. Petersburg is the Salvador Dali Museum, the Museum of Fine Arts, the St. Petersburg Museum of History, and the Florida Holocaust Museum. The Mahaffey Theater, which hosts the Florida Orchestra, is located in downtown St. Petersburg. There are various plays and musical performances hosted in the parks of St. Petersburg throughout the year. St. Petersburg offers 818 full-service restaurants. While much of St. Petersburg has aesthetic value with beautiful and expensive neighborhoods, the other end of the spectrum is also evident to onlookers. During a Windows Shield survey, it is observed that many homes in St. Petersburg are abandoned, unkept. Homeless individuals are also observed throughout the city. The St. Petersburg Housing Authority controls three programs that supply sustainable living opportunities for nearly 4,000 local low income families. The housing accommodation programs include public housing, affordable housing, and Section 8, which utilizes vouchers. There are various concerns over the homeless population in St. Petersburg. In the year 2010, the city hired Dr. Marbet, who is considered an expert on underdeserved communities, to make recommendations and form policies regarding the homeless in the city. The St. Petersburg Police Department also employs a unit termed the Outreach Unit, who has a focus on the homeless population in the city. The Outreach Unit frequently works with the homeless community to assist with housing programs and other viable resources. The city continues to work through government offices and community members to improve the lives of homeless and underprivileged citizens. St. Petersburg has a population of 249,688 and a population density of 3,964.4 individuals per square mile. The population is prominently Caucasian, with the majority of its population being between 19 and 64 years of age. It is mostly middle class, with less than 17% of its people living in poverty and a median household income of 45,000. Thanks in part to the community awareness and the financial stability of the city, there are few problems related to population. However, the high population density, as it translates into high traffic density, can lead to higher stress and road rage during times of commute. One well known feature of St. Petersburg is the large homeless population. Other communities with sizable homeless populations have discovered multiple comorbidities associated with homelessness, such as mental health problems and substance abuse. High homeless rates have also shown to increase hospital emergency room visit rates and admission rates. Though St. Pete has several shelters available to the homeless, it has been discovered that shelters themselves can be factors in the spread of communicable disease and other illnesses such as cellulitis. Communities with similar problems have used case managers to help promote access and prevent illness in their homeless populations. St. Petersburg provides a successful healthcare industry. In addition to five major hospitals, there are multiple sources of healthcare resources for low income individuals. Many of the local clinics offer free and sliding scale services to appropriate individuals. The five acute care hospitals available in St. Petersburg include Bayfront Health, St. Anthony's, St. Petersburg General Hospital, Northside Hospital and Heart Institute, and the All Children's Hospital. Bayfront Health Hospital offers a multitude of key health services, including 24-hour emergency services, prenatal care at the baby place, orthopedic specialties, Heart Institute, and a level 2 trauma center. In fact, it's the only trauma center in Pinellas County. St. Anthony's Hospital specializes in several health specialties, including oncology, neurology, and bariatric health. St. Petersburg offers health specialties that include, but are not limited to, 24-hour emergency care, addiction recovery programs, and the Breast Care Center. Northside Hospital also has a multitude of services, including 24-hour emergency care, preventative and corrective cardiac care, general surgery, orthopedic, and spine health. The All Children's Hospital offers children and families an array of health services. They offer a 97-bed neonatal intensive care unit, a cardiovascular intensive care unit with cardiac surgery and catheterization suites, as well as several other specialty health units. Clearwater, Florida is home to an acute care hospital and a freestanding emergency room that is a division of the Largo Medical Center. Morton Plant services 50,000 patients annually and has over 50 health specialties. Largo Medical Center has a freestanding building located in Clearwater, Florida. The Largo ER, located in Clearwater, is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and employs 6 emergency medical physicians to deal with emergencies. There are currently no acute care hospitals in Pinellas Park, Florida. In addition, there are several home health care agencies and assisted living facilities, as well as various food pantries available to the community. There are over 50 churches of varying denominations, and they offer services such as daycare, free clinics, mobile clinics, and open kitchens. The health resources in St. Petersburg are numerous and varied in scope. The emergency departments are open 24 hours, and urgent care and free clinics are open 7 days a week for walk in visitors, usually until evening hours. They are generally clean, well lit, and well stocked facilities. The health resources in St. Petersburg appear accessible, acceptable, and available to the community. Healthy People 2020 has listed mental health, measured by suicidal rates and rates of adolescent major depressive episodes, as one of its health outcome indicators. Because homeless populations tend to have high rates of mental illness, this is a relevant indicator to monitor for in St. Petersburg. Substance abuse is another relevant Healthy People 2020 outcome. Measured by amounts of adolescents using drugs and alcohol and adult binge drinking, the outcome is relevant for St. Pete once again because of the large homeless population and their tendencies. Access to health services is another important issue for the city, as it concerns with the rates of people that retain health insurance and see a primary care physician. Previous research performed on the city has focused on resources that offer free and low cost services for underdeserved clients rather than those with insurance and primary care providers. St. Petersburg has a variety of parks and recreational trails to offer its residents. It's home to over 130 parks and 20 well known trails. The Fred Marguerite Trail is the longest linear trail and it extends from St. Petersburg to Tarpon Springs. Residents utilize this trail for walking, jogging, skating, and biking. Recreational trails are open during daylight hours for safety reasons. The city also offers Sunken Gardens, which houses some of Florida's most historical agriculture. The attraction provides visitors guided tours, educational events, and private rental options. In 2014, Anthony Holloway was elected as Chief of Police and continues to serve the community today. The police department offers educational programs to the community regarding fraud, auto theft prevention, sexual assault awareness, and free home security surveys. St. Petersburg Fire Rescue has a total of 12 stations within the city that employs 310 firefighters and paramedics. Average response times for fire and paramedic emergencies are under 6 minutes. The Public Works Office consists of St. Petersburg Sanitation and Water Resource Departments. The St. Petersburg Sanitation Department services over 76,000 private household accounts. The Sanitation Department offers residential curbside recycling program for all single-family and multi-unit locations. The Wastewater Division of the Water Resource Department provides maintenance and collection of wastewater. With approximately 50 employees, the division works day and night, including holidays, to provide services to approximately 310,643 residents. The city disclosed in mid-August of 2015 that Water Resources Department was responsible for dumping 15.4 million gallons of raw sewage into Clam Bayou during a stretch of torrential downpours. As a result of the dumpings, Eckerd College was flooded and had to close for services. In April of 2015, the Albert Whitted plant was closed, leaving St. Petersburg with a lack of coordinated emergency response to severe weather. St. Petersburg downtown has become a hot spot with many restaurants and bars along the main strip. This has led to an increase of intoxicated pedestrians crossing roads in high traffic areas, thereby causing increased danger for both pedestrians and drivers. Moderate police presence aimed to control misappropriate behavior and provide safety are observed in the area. In many neighborhoods in St. Petersburg, it is observed that school-aged children are out walking, playing, crossing busy intersections, and at parks where no adult supervision is apparent. The City Commission consists of Mayor Rick Chrisman and Vice Mayor Dr. Tomlin and 7 council members. As a group, they are responsible for making decisions on taxation, budgets, ordinances, and other general functions concerning local government. Council meetings are typically held every Thursday at 3 p.m. at the City Hall in St. Petersburg. Residents are encouraged to attend meetings to voice their concerns and objections. The public can access council meetings via the stpete.org website or by watching the meeting on Channel 15 St. Pete TV. Recently, the public policy issue that many residents are in disagreement with is the dumping of millions of gallons of wastewater into Clam Bayou during torrential rains. Many residents are calling for a solution other than the release of untreated water near and around their homes. Many residents are also referring to the dumpings as environmental terrorism. During the most recent council meeting held on September 3, 2015, council leaders called for public works administrators to find a resolution on how to handle such issues should they arise again. Council members scheduled a meeting to be held in October of 2015 for solutions and a plan to address the same issue. Many homeless women are victims of domestic or sexual abuse. Homeless children have high rates of emotional and behavioral problems, oftentimes from having witnessed such forms of abuse. Accounting for an accurate number of homeless individuals is difficult, but it is estimated that Pinellas County is home to nearly 4,000 homeless individuals. Pinellas County Schools assess homeless among student bodies by survey, and the number of affected students is dramatically increasing, with 2,046 displaced students in the county. There are few mental health options for low income consumers, and a large need given the population size and the large percentage of homeless citizens. There is a large risk for alcohol and drug abuse in this city, given the prominent nightlife scene and the large homeless population. The high crime areas of St. Petersburg put the population of those areas at risk for violence. Also, data shows the homeless shelters are sources of infection for its residents. The 6 community diagnoses were prioritized by importance and prevalence to the community. Actual problems take priority over potential risks for complications. As expressed throughout the presentation, St. Petersburg, Florida has a vast homeless community, and there have been numerous reports of violence and abuse among this community. Abuse consists of not only physical, mental, and sexual abuse, but also by way of neglect, medical, emotional, and so on. A prominent issue among the St. Petersburg community is that a substantial amount of homeless population consists of school-aged children. The challenges faced by the displaced youth include hunger, insufficient health care, inadequate housing, and low self-esteem, and these are just a few examples that make ineffective family process a priority community diagnosis. As healthcare professionals, we are well aware of the widespread mental illness among the homeless community. As the community continues to grow, the need for increased mental health resources is crucial. The community continues to be at risk for violence and the spread of communicable disease. Furthermore, alcohol and drug abuse among the community members only adds to the anguish of the negative situations. The community must continue to collaborate and continue to work towards providing suitable resources and education to the underprivileged members of the community. Low-income lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender individuals do not have easy access to resources for health care. Many healthcare providers do not recognize same-sex spouses for insurance purposes. The issue is a concern not only for St. Petersburg community but also globally. There are 81 countries that same-sex behavior is criminalized. 7 of those countries impose the death penalty for the act of same-sex behaviors. Many of these countries receive U.S. global health assistance and/or hold key strategic partnerships with the U.S. There is a denial of care due to inadequate or substandard care, unwillingness to go to the doctor because of discrimination, or in some countries, criminal penalties. St. Petersburg is addressing the problem of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender access to health care in the following ways. Metro Wellness and Community Centers offers a variety of holistic health and wellness programs to people of multiple age groups. The group offers education, behavioral and HIV health, as well as preventative programs to enhance the quality of life for those living in Tampa Bay. Also offered is transgender specific programming such as support groups and counseling specific to transgender needs. The St. Petersburg Police Department initiated a new policy on how to interact with transgender people. The policy requires officers to address transgender persons using his or her stated gender identity, including the preferred pronouns. The policy requires written report to include the person's legal name and a list of pronouns. The policy also outlines how to interact with these detainees. The community health nurse should follow in the same sort of policy to provide a more holistic health care. Thank you so much for taking the time to view our presentation on the lovely St. Petersburg, Florida, and we look forward to viewing all of yours. Hmm. I don't even know if it worked.